Hi. So Olvy is a tool that allows you to create and manage release notes for your users so that they can know what's new with your product, to keep them engaged, to increase user retention, and to show your users your commitment to the product. So let's go through a quick walkthrough of the product. It's currently in beta. So the screen I'm currently on is the dashboard. Right now I have not published any releases. So let's go ahead and do a complete flow where I'll create a new release note, I'll publish it, and then show you how all we can add value to your product. So let's create a new release note. Awesome. Now I'll assign a release title. Let's say we've just built something amazing. And then you'd love to try it. Now, every release note has a CTA attached, a call to action for the users to basically click on and then go on and try the feature that you've just announced. So let's say the featured link could be something where you can try the product out. I'll just add a link to our homepage here. Then the call to action could be, try the feature out or try it out. Then you can also add an expiration date to the release note if if you don't want the release to be visible after a particular date. Let's say it's something seasonal or something that goes away after Christmas. Then you can organize your release on projects. You can organize them on a category. You can add a featured image to the release. So let's go ahead here and publish the release that we've just created. Now I can either set the release live now, or I can schedule the release for later, to go live at a later date. So I'll set it live now. Product just congratulated me on my first release. Awesome. So if I go to the release page now, if I refresh, now I have the release live on piedpiper.olvy.com, the organization that I had set up. Now on the release page, my users can basically add their reactions if they love the releases that have gone out. So let's just send a feedback to whoever wrote this release. Awesome. I just submitted a really positive feedback for the person who published this release. Now let's go back to the product. Here on the left hand side, you can see the next we have categories where users can manage categories. If it's a bug fix, if it's an enhancement, or if it's just an announcement they want to do for your release, for the releases. Then users can have project. So every company has multiple projects, right? There could be a public API, there could be just your website, or there could be a mobile app, there could be an iOS app, there could be an Android app, there could be a desktop app. All these different projects that essentially just one product, one company that's building it. Those can be broken down into projects. Then feedback is where you can see all the text feedback that's coming. Now all this text feedback is basically, you know, very subjective in nature. What we do here is every feedback that comes in, we run it through a sentiment analysis API, and we tell you if the feedback that you've received is positive or negative. So what this gives you is basically stats on a release and overall level on how your releases have been performing. Are your users loving the releases that you're pushing out, or do your users hate what you're releasing? Basically, keeps them engaged, keeps a track of your performance. Then you can customize the appearance of what your release page looks like. You can add a logo, you can add a description, you can add links to the header, and basically send them back to the product. Add a custom favicon or add custom CSS for advanced customizations. Then in the settings, you can specify the SEO settings and the page title for the release notes. You can integrate with Google Analytics, or you can just add your custom JavaScript to the release page if you want to execute some. Then you can integrate Olvy to your product using either the R public API, which you basically get your releases are public and can be opened via an API key. Then you can either use that, or you can use it via an embed script where you select what you would choose how your release integration would look like. Basically this kind of button, and we generate an embed code for you, which you can just add to your product, and the releases page and the release what's new link would be active. Right. This is what Olvy allows you to do. This was a really quick walkthrough. Feel free to ping us if you have any questions. Thank you.